Hi, this is Rose. Welcome back to my version of loom crochet on a pin loom. And I'm hoping your piece got moved along and you're about ready to take it off the loom. That's what this video is all about. First of all, we talked about earlier about doing little exercises to relax our fingers. So go ahead and do that. Relax your fingers. Squeeze, relax, stretch as far as you can. Get your hands all ready for your craft. Now I want you to go ahead and take 3 really deep breaths. Here's one. Exhale slowly. 2. Exhale slowly. And 3. Exhale slowly. Now also, I want you to close your eyes for just a minute and visualize your loom and your piece. And get all relaxed. If you need to roll your shoulders a little bit, go ahead and do that. Move your head around, stretch your neck, whatever works for you in the space that you're working in. So, once that you have all that done, we'll go ahead and get started here. Now, I brought it down to the very last row so I could show you how to secure it. I'll finish this off in the same manner we did before. Hook under, pull through, and pull through 2. Hook under string, catch, yarn over, pull through 2. Now, we're down to the very, very end here. So we just want to secure it like we basically did all the other rows. Just take your hook, pull it this far, and then pull your string all the way through. Pull your yarn, and because it is the last row, we're going to double secure it. So just find any hole that you want there and do the same thing. Pull all the way through and then pull that tight. Now, to take this off the loom, you're done with your crochet hook for the moment, so you can set it aside. We're going to work with the end that we started. Now, the hardest part is getting it off the pins. That's why a small head on your pin or a hook works. So we're going to leave the string. We're not going to mess with that at all. We're just going to gently pull the string off the hooks. So if you got your crochet hook, if that works the best, but you want to get under that string. If you've done it tight enough, that could be the hard part. But if you pull it, take your fingers and go all the way under and pull towards you, it will loosen those strings. Actually, I'm just going to get a smaller crochet hook and work with it that way. Each one's just a little bit different. Some of them come right off, others take a moment to get off. Just grab me a smaller crochet hook. You could use a pencil, just anything that's kind of solid. If it isn't moving for you, this does happen occasionally. So this is a good shot on how to do it. Got that one string off. I'm going to go for the end string. That one is going to will pop off eventually. Or I'll wait till I get to the end where it's looser. So see, I'm just catching that loop string and pulling it over. Catching the loop string. What we're talking about is the string we started with. So I pull it up, pops off, pull it up, pops off, Pull it up, pops off. So it's kind of a balance between getting your string tight and still being able to get it off your pins. So you could use really any utensil you could get down underneath, because I'm not even really hooking it. I'm just pulling up on it and popping off. And now we have the two. These all should be loose. So that is loose around here. Now we have to work with the two ends. Since I secured mine really good, take me a few seconds to get it off. It works better now that I've loosened the strings. And I'm working at it. Okay, we got that one off. Now, let's go to the last one here. That's why, like I said before, you don't want really a big head on your little nails that you put on here, because then it's hard to get over the loop. Well, I was really good. I got mine real tight and secure. So I still have my little tail here. What I think I'll do, just loosen the little tail a bit, pull it out one, make it not quite so tight that way. Alright, I think that might have been the answer. I would suggest you, one thing I don't suggest you do is cut it, because that's what's securing everything else. So you can get away from cutting it, just work it off, better off. Okay, it's got most of it off here. Remember, I twisted it around there like 3 times, so one twist at a time I'm working off. Making this look really difficult, but it varies from piece to piece. Sometimes it just pops right off, other times not so much. It's a lot to do with how much pressure you had put on your loom when you put it on to get it really, the string's really tight. And apparently I got this one really tight. Ah, there we go, finally. So I'm going to just take this end and take my crochet hook and just kind of make its own little knot again, since I loosened it to get it off. There we go. Now we know it won't fall off. And if you feel comfortable, you can do that. This one I'm just going to simply take the end from my yarn and wrap it around there. See what I'm doing here? I'm just taking my little tail and securing it just a little bit better. Now we have this end off, except for this little piece. It's not a big deal. So now the other end, since it's loose already, will be very easy to do. All you have to do, you'll see you have your first one here. What I want you to do is take off the second one and the first one and tie them together, and go ahead and do it twice. It's better to have it more secure than not secure enough. Once again, take your second one, third one that is, and your fourth one, in my case, and tie it together. And now if for some reason you find out it's that down at this end, it doesn't seem to be very tight. You can always push on here and tighten it so you don't have anything loose at the bottom. Once you do this, it's kind of hard to undo it. So you can just go like that, push it down. That will pull this part up into the weave. Now you can't even see the strings down there. They disappear into the weave. So tight. You don't want it to tie it too tight so you get little bumps along the way. That's probably not going to look the best you wanted. Now I'm going to end up with not exactly 2 and 2. I have 3 altogether. So I'm going to take these 2 and put them together. Tie them like I did the others. And then use this one as my extra. So I just took the 2 I tied together, took the one closest to the last, to the end, and tie them together. Because basically we're just securing it so it doesn't fall apart. Just don't want to do that one way too tight, because it's got a little further distance than the other one had. Now, you can see I have my piece off the loom, and I'm going to move my loom aside. I don't need it anymore. And your weave is really, really nice. Now, this would be the front side, and this is the back side. Now, actually, the back side for certain things would not really be the wrong side. I don't think on this piece there is a wrong and right side. That's up to your preference, whatever you're going to do with it. Now, in my case, I'm going to make a pillow. So how would you do that? You have all these ends. You're like, what are you going to do with all those ends? Well, it's pretty easy. When you fold it over, considering I make this my right side, all those ends disappear into the pillow. And when I put this together, I will have no ends. They're all inside the pillow. They disappeared. They did their own thing. What I like about this little piece, because it is variegated, and the way it's variegated, basically I have a really bright side and I have a darker side. It gives it kind of a double look without any effort. I didn't cut the yarn. It just did its own little striping for me. I love self-striping, and I really haven't figured out exactly how do you know it's self-striping unless it says on the label, but it's always a nice little surprise. Now, let's say I don't want to make a pillow. I just want to use it for a wall hanging. Well, you can leave your strings at the top, because you really don't, if you do need to cut them for any reason, I want to cut them short. So let's say I want it to be a wall hanging. I don't have a dowel rod, so I have a long pencil. So we're going to use that for an example. So I just put that through each loop. And you can even do this before you take it off the loom if you want it as a wall hanging. Just take it off the loop with the pencil per se. When you get to the string part. I missed one, so let me go ahead and get this right. Turn around so you can see what I'm doing. Take the next string, loop it over your pencil. Take the next string, loop it over your pencil. Take the next string, figure out which the next string is. This is the next string. That's why you can do it when you're taking off, so you don't have to figure out what order they go in. Take the next string, look it over your dowel rod, little metal rod, whatever you want to use. That way then you can hang it up, put it on a wall, and have a hanging piece. Now you might find if you crocheted too tight. Remember in my other videos I said think loose, think loose, think loose. If you do it too tight, it may tend to roll a little bit. You don't want that normally. Unless you are doing a pillow, then it comes in handy. But that's my little piece, and I will show you in the next video. I'm going to turn this little piece into a pillow, so you can either make more of these, connect them. You can use it simply for a wall hanging, and if you were to do that as well, you don't want these strings here off the bottom or hanging off the top. So what do you do with it? Well, that also is pretty simple. You take your crochet hook. Let's say you want this to be the front. So you turn it over to the back. And I did mention a tapestry needle, if you remember that. So if a tapestry needle works better for you, by all means use it. In fact, I think I'm going to get a tapestry needle. You can pull it through with the yarn, through the yarn with your crochet hook if you really want to. Tapestry needle often is a little bit faster, and you can get deeper into the weave so it doesn't show. So I've got a little plastic tapestry needle here I'm getting. And like I said before, you do need one with a big eye. And with the big eye, you can easily thread anything into it. They're so handy. So I'm going to just take it, since I'm on the back side, I'm just going to take the tapestry needle and just shoot it through any way I want. Doesn't matter. You can go, point is, you want a good length buried somewhere in your work. So now I've taken my long end, I've put it through so it will not easily show, and I can cut it off and you won't even know it's there. Same way with this yarn, just take your tapestry needle, slide it through, and I'm just going to go with the color it's already at, so it's no obvious that it's going to show anywhere. Let's pull that through. Oops, sorry, hit the camera. And this other string, do the very same thing. You just want it buried enough so it's still remaining secure. It won't slip anywhere. And however you choose to do that, direct up and down, doesn't really matter. You're just kind of hiding the end. Now when you get it through here, just take your scissors, cut it off here, cut it off here, and cut it off here. You don't have to do the whole thing. Just cut it off, and your wall hanging will be ready to hang. And I think that would look really nice, like on a door or something that would, indicate this is my work and I did great. So that is it for today. And if you like this video and my series, please feel free to follow, share, like, whatever the medium that you're watching this on allows you to do. And thank you very much, and I look forward to the next video where I will show you how I turn mine into a pillow. Thank you very much.